Susan with Susan Lazar Hart here on Sunday. The place to be every Sunday for all your questions. We're going to wait for the algorithms to kick in, and I'm just going to open up a letter that somebody wrote me that I want to share with you. So, playing with you from Vermont, all is good, all is great. I wonder what we can create today. Ooh, kind of a rhyme, not really. Anyway, today we're talking about a clean slate. What does a clean slate mean to you? What does it take to clean it out, to clear it out, to create with a brand new something different? Hey, Maureen, welcome. Well, while we're waiting for people to kick in, I always say I love hearing from you. Well, I really do. And so when people write me a letter, just erased it. How does it get any better than that? Well, hey, Erica, how does it get any better than that? I just erased the letter I was going to read you. Oh, well, too sad, so bad. Let's see if I can find it in another way. Basically, the letter was from Brisbane, and it was from Joan, and it's just saying thank you so much for the topic today. Oh, I got lots of hearts and thumbs up already. Thank you. Thank you so much for the topic today. We're talking about cleaning a slate and how it was just a wonderful reminder for her about everything she was holding on and even getting angry about, and how this letter just shifted and changed and met where she'd like to go. So I love hearing from you. For those of you who get my newsletters, give me a hey, hi, this works for me, this doesn't work for me, I'd love to talk about this. I always read everyone, and as well when you pop in to Ask Susan on Facebook. Hey, Patricia, welcome. Hey, Dee, how's it going? We have an international community, so tell us where you're from. Let's begin, shall we? How did this begin for me? Well, I had somebody who worked with me, caretaking with my home, my life, my living for about 30 years, and she chose to move on. She didn't die, she just chose to retire. And that actually had me looking at everything I be and do and start asking some questions. So the questions that I was asking was, how can I replace this? Not a question, right? What it gave me was the information. Would you be willing, Susan, to just take an aerial view of everything you're being and doing and creating and what actually is required to create the future you're playing with now? Hey, Rebecca, welcome. Because we shift and change, right, all the time. So perhaps what I had chosen 14 years ago when I was traveling around the world, and then when I required somebody to just be with my plants and underwear from Ricky and making sure everything was moving smoothly with my home. Do I require that now? Actually, no, haven't required it for the last 3 years. Yeah. So then what is it that I require? Then I took a look around at everything that I was taking care of. All kinds of fiddle-faddle objects and plugs. And we all have those drawers, right? Where we open the drawer and it's filled with plugs to things that don't even work anymore. Or we have things that aren't up to date, right? So I started looking at everything that I had and was bundling it up. Clothes, books to the library, gadgets, selling them on eBay, just cleaning, clearing. So I'm actually every day, hey, Rebecca, beginning every day with a brand new slate. What is it that I require to play with today? What would be fun? What is it that I no longer need to hold on to? What doesn't give me joy anymore? Hey, Lola, welcome, right? So that's what, hey, Jamie, that's what clearing is all about, right? It's not, people say, I need a clearing to clear. Hey, Tammy. No, actually, you have to be willing to be the energy that clears out what isn't working for you, right? Whether it's an object, a person, a belief system, right? Starting with a clean slate, there's nothing you have to hold on to. It's like a little kid, with these Etch-a-Sketch things we have in North America, and you just write something on it, shake it up, and it's all clean again. What would that be like for you if every day you woke up with that clean slate, right? With no decisions about what was working and isn't working and how do I get it to work again. That's not a clean slate. That's you trying to recreate perhaps what somebody else was doing for you, or what you've seen somebody else do, or how you've seen somebody else do or be, right? What's your clean slate look like for you? So as this is a conversation, not a dialogue or a monologue, come on in with your questions. When I popped this on Facebook, I said, what does it feel like for you? Does it feel like you've got to have courage, patience, someone to assist you? Does it feel like you have to go through it all to see what works and what doesn't work? That's like going through the poop, right? And seeing which poop is better than the others. If it don't work, it don't work, right? I got an applause from Jamie. Yay, thanks so much, right? And for me, it's kind of exciting. It's like, wow. Because everything shifts and changes. I shift and change. My home shifts and change. My needs shift and change. My desire shifts and change. So everywhere you're holding on to, perhaps people you've hired in your business. Octavia says, great topic. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Janet. You know, people you've hired in your business, people that you're living with, relationships that don't work anymore. Right? How many of you wake up and fight with the same person about the same fight that you've been fighting about for the last 20 years, 5 years, 1 year, 24 hours? Doesn't really matter how much time, right? What would it be like to have a clean slate in every relationship? So, you know, when people say to you, you always do that. There's no clean slate in there, right? I remember saying to my mom after I started really playing with these tools, it actually doesn't work for me that you talk about me in the past anymore. Right? How many of you have a relationship with someone where they always talk about who you were, not who you are, right? What you did, not what you're doing, right? The way you look, not the way you are in your body now, because that's their way of showing you that they know you, right? There's no clean slate there. What would it be like to be the adventure of, something different with your body, with your being, with your business, right? Would that instill confidence in everything you do and be? Let me know. All right, come on in with some questions, with some thoughts. Thank you, Joan, who, as I say right at the top, wrote me a beautiful letter about what this shifted and changed for her. I love the feedback. What's popping for you when we talk about a clean slate? Is it something that scares you? Is it something that you're like, wow, if I have a clean slate, who am I? Well, that's kind of fun. Who am I today? And what grand and glorious adventure can I play with? Right? Can I play with meaning in your life, your living, your business, your body, your sexualness, sex, in the bedroom, out of the bedroom? What could that look like for you? Right? What could that look like for you? Are you willing to just like be courageous? It takes courage to shift and change, right? It's not shift and changing what isn't working, having decided, I have to figure out what isn't working. That's a whole belief system that we were taught. Right? Before you move on, you have to figure something out. How many people were brought up with that point of view, right? That's a sure way of making sure you're stuck. That you haven't given yourself the breath and the space to create greater, to move on, right? And it's not about losing anything. It's about, wow, right? Go through your cookbooks. That's a great one. Which one of them actually do you resonate with? Which one of them actually turns your body on, right? I loaded up a whole box of cookbooks and took them to the library, and they were so thrilled, right? Go through your clothes. Hold each clothing in front of you and ask, does this bring you joy? Yes or no? Will this create more with my future? Yes or no, right? If it doesn't, don't question it. Follow your energy, follow your universe. You're taught, another belief system that we're taught is don't trust yourself, right? Double check. Well, doubting and double checking is a belief system. Does it work for you, right? How's it working for you? Okay, Lola, yay! We've got to see more here. Hold on. I've been trying to move on after my allowance. I've been trying to move after my divorce. And sometimes I feel myself acting like it's ex-partner old beliefs. It's a really interesting thing. I've been trying to move on. Hey, Catherine, I've been trying to move on after my divorce, and sometimes I feel acting like an ex-partner's beliefs. How do we move on from that? You already have. Lola, you already have. You know, for all of us, once you have that awareness, you've moved on. Right? Now, how can you exponentialize that? Is this mine or somebody else's? No, not mine. Okay, who's that belong to? It's my ex-partner. Cool. So I would value his belief system over who I be for what reason? Does it work for you? Yes or no? Right? It's like, cool. What a cool awareness, Lola. Right? That's so, and for everybody, I do that all the time. I'm like, who am I being? So the first thing is, you have this awareness. Next thing is like, who am I being? I'm being my ex-partner. Everything that is, uncreate and destroy that. And like, just energetically, bam. Right? Just take all of that energy and bam, and choose something different. You know, you've heard me talk about when you have a habit or a belief system, a habit, right? How do you change a habit? You create something greater. that distracts you from that old habit. You create something juicier that distracts you from that old habit. You create a reward, if that's what's required, and that distracts you from that habit, right? Oh, I've got lots of thumbs on that one. Yep. And it's like, yay, Lola says, great awareness. Thank you so much, Lola. I love these questions. Keep on coming. That's what Ask Susan is all about. It's your chance to play with me live, right? And as we do a little bit of laser coaching, and what else is possible. Yay, Lola says, thank you. Yep. And for everybody, if you say, I can't create a clean slate, I'm stuck in this thing, create something juicier that gives you more of you, right? Whatever that is for you. Tempt yourself with a greater habit, right? Tempt yourself with, ooh, what's possible if I choose this, right? It's like yesterday I was in a kitchen store and I was looking for a juicer for Vermont. I have one in Montreal, and some of you know, some of you don't. I've been playing with celery juice every morning since October, and it's changed my body, the energy I have. It's just something that popped for me. I'm like, oh, and my body's loving it. Cool. What else is possible? Will I choose it tomorrow? I don't know. Every day I ask. So I was in this kitchen store and they were asking, what is it that I'm asking for? And when I gave them the information, one woman, her body just popped. She goes, oh, I'm going to look that up. I said, yeah, it changes everything, baby. And believe me, it changes everything, right? And as I'm leaving, I hear people around her saying, oh, it's too hard and I can't follow anything. And I was just chuckling inside because it's all choice. Right? It's all choice. How much, yay, I got lots of thumbs up and hearts on that one. How much are you excited about something, about creating something greater? And you surround yourself with naysayers. It's like they close in on that energy and you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. No, too hard. Right? Who does that belong to? Catherine, I do know that one of the X's definitely distracts her and destruction to keep that habit going. Changes that now. Awesome, Catherine. Yeah. If you have a habit, create a better habit. Right? Create something juicier. If you always, right? Like if you always come in and put your feet up and put the TV on for 10 hours, change the habit, right? Doesn't mean you can't do that. It's just give yourself a juicier habit, right? What would be juicier, right? What could that look like for you? Yeah. How can you tease yourself into creating a greater habit? What could that look like for you? Yeah. What's the reward for you having a clean slate? That's a pretty cool question. What's the reward for you for having a clean slate? For me, it's like, it's like 500,000 pounds are off my shoulders. It's exciting to be in this house and shifting and changing and seeing what's required and what's not required and what has to go and what's asking to be born, right? It's exciting to be with my business right now and letting go of whatever isn't working and what's asking to be born, right? It's exciting to be with my body and ask, oh, body, show me what you like. Show me how you'd like that. Oh, every day, body, celery, yeah, okay, cool. No point of view. I can always sell the juicer on eBay. How much fun would you be willing to have with the idea of a clean slate? What does that look for you? Like for you? Yeah. Questions? Anything else popping? Hey, Rosanna, welcome. Anything else pop? Oh, I got some thumbs up. I love it. So that's your challenge for this week, right? What does a clean slate look for you? Are you, ask your body, ask your business. Business, do you require a clean slate? It doesn't mean you have to throw everything else out. It means when something is all clean, you're willing to invite in the energies that contribute, right? You're willing to invite in whatever that is, flowers, candles, sexualness, new beings, new bodies. What does that look like for you? Are you willing? And the thing is, everybody's like, 2020. Absolutely. Like, why wait till 2020? Do it now, babe. Let's go. Hey, Shalini, welcome. Let's go, right? Let's go now. Clean slate. What does it look like? What could it look like, right? And stop listening to the naysayers, right? Stop listening. Stop asking people what they think about who you be, what you be, and how you create, right? Trust, clean slate. It's like a little kid waking up. They're like, oh, what are we going to do today? Yeah. Catherine, can you speak about using reward as a distractor? I've done this now. I can have that. Yes. Okay, cool. So for me, some of you know, some of you hopped on. I just made an offer to people of unlimited laser coaching for $220. 2020, and there were letters that were there were letters that were required, and for me, writing has always been one of those things that it's like, come on, Susan, let's go, right? How many lifetimes was a famous writer and was killed or burned at the stake or all of that stuff? How many times in this lifetime was I told by my teachers, you can't, you're not. So whatever that is for me, I know the reward is that it will feel amazing to press that send. Right? So I get, okay, what is it going to be like to press that send? Right now, how is it, quote unquote, feeling for you? Oh, are you stuck in what isn't working? Okay, now go to, it's sent. You have you can watch Netflix for 40 hours if you want. You can go for a run. It's like, what is it that you've decided you can't have until you do this? That's not it. It's more like, what's the energy of what you've decided or you're choosing to do, and then press that send. And the response that I got, the immediate response, was unbelievable. It was amazing and so rewarding for me. So it was like, oh, wow. So let's get that second letter done, right? Oh, let's get that third letter done, right? Because I introduced it on Wednesday, and on Friday we closed up. And if you really do want to be part of that amazing unlimited laser coaching, PM me and I'll fit you in. I'll fit you in. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Martine. So, Catherine, let me know if this gives you any information, right? It's the same with everything. This morning yesterday I came down to the Red House, and we're having a whole bunch of people next weekend for Christmas. And I'm not coming down till Friday, and people are coming on Saturday. I'm like, okay, what's required? Oh, if I get all the decorations up and done, I can come into a brand new place next Friday, right? That's my reward. My reward is walking in and there's nothing to do, right? It's go with the energy, right? Hi, Radna, welcome. Go with the energy of what that reward is. Catherine says, thank you, Susan, that's more clear. Yep. And it's also, Catherine, I love your question, because when you go to that energy, you're also changing a habit. You're changing the habit of doubt to, I know what doubt feels like. You're changing the habit of I know what I can't feels like. You're changing the habit of going into anger or flight or fight, or, just hiding under a sheet, right? You know what that, quote unquote, feels like. Now go to what it would be like to actually go beyond all this, to have it not even in your universe, right? Yeah. Go to that energy. And what's the reward there? What is that reward there? What's it like for you? Like this morning, I was up really early and I looked at all the cookbooks were like this in my place, in my kitchen here. And I'm like, actually, which one of these do you require? And I just energetically checked in and took all the ones out, and I'll take those to the library here, and everything is nice and tidy. And when that's like that, my body's like, ooh, this is fun. That's the reward. I'm changing the habit of walking by messy bookshelves to, this feels really good. Now what is possible? And it's not even in my universe anymore, that it just doesn't work for me. Catherine, ooh. Cass, okay, Cass, thank you. Thank you for the awareness on where I stopped myself from writing. Never even crossed my mind. Thank you, Cass. Yeah, you know what? Some of you know I was supposed to be put in the mentally handicapped class in high school. I never bought it as true and real. I just knew that I was different in the way that I be is different. Again, when I was doing my master's in painting, they told me I was schizophrenic because I came in with great big drawings and great big paintings, and I was supposed to choose one or the other. Right? Not my universe, no, right? Hashtag not my problem, right? What people say about you is none of your business, right? But the awareness is when you come up against a wall or a block that has you stop being creative, whatever that is, whether it's painting or cooking or running or writing or singing, right? Stop. Give yourself a greater habit, right? Give yourself the habit of the energies of, if you actually move through this, what would that create for you? And is what that would create for you, is that what you truly desire? Is that a clean slate for you? Or are you creating for other people's points of views of how you should create, what you should create, and who you should create with? Right? No clean slate there. Okay, let me know if we're in the right wheelhouse with some thumbs or hearts or whatever that is for you. Just checking in as we go towards the end of this portion or session of Ask Susan with Susan Lazar Hart. on Facebook, for those of you who are new, we're here every Sunday, so come on in. Lola, not my universe, not my business, love it, right? Not my rodeo, right? Janet, we've got a Seymour here. Oh, thanks for all the hearts, everybody, yay. How do I get a new slate with a body that has physical limitations? Okay, as soon as you decide there's a limitation, there's no clean slate. Honestly, I just watched, hey Donna, I just watched something on TV about people that paint with paintbrushes in their mouth because their arms do not work in a way that would create for them, right? They don't look at themselves as handicapped or limited. They look at what else is possible. So for all of you who decided you have limitations, what would your universe be like if you did not have limitations? You have a different way of being, right? Okay, hold on. The questions are coming in. I love it. All right, let me just go back to Jane. Skin grafts breaking down on my foot, new fractures, sore tissues breaking away, causing new instability with my gait. What else is possible? Janet, I will private message you and let's see what we can create that creates more space and more ease for you and your body, right? This requires a further conversation. So let's PM each other. Does that work for you, Janet? And we'll see what we can create together. Okay? Yeah. Thank you, Janet, so much. Donna, D, question. Oh, thanks. I find it, Janet says, thank you. Okay. I find it interesting point of view. When at times I feel a need to break from creating and just letting things flow around me. Yeah, that's the universe has your back, babe. Then at some point I get back on the wagon. Absolutely, Dee. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Thank you, Dee. There's a belief system that you have to do something to the end. How's that working for you? You know, would you be willing to be in the flow of creation, right? Is now the time is a great question to ask. Hey, Gulshan, welcome. Is now the time is a great question to ask. So talk to me. Business, talk to me. You know, tell me what you require, when you require it. Universe, talk to me, right? It's the willingness to have that conversation. Thank you, Dee. And it sounds like you do have that conversation. So that's pretty awesome for everybody to hear about that. Yeah. Cool. All right. If there are no more questions, I love to keep this short and sweet. And thank you all for your questions. Really, really. If you're just hopping on now, have a re-listen. We've had lots of juicy nuggets in here. If you're watching this later, press hashtag replay. I'd love to know when everybody pops in. And if you have any more questions, pop into Ask Susan Facebook. That's where all the action is. And as I said at the beginning of this, if you're interested and you weren't on my newsletters for the 2020 offer that I have of unlimited laser coaching with me, it's pretty awesome. Let me just say, just private message me or press interested, hashtag interested, and I will contact you. Okay, I adore you all. This is just for you. The doors are closed for everybody else, but you're my peeps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Unlimited laser coaching for 2020. What could that look like? Clean slate. I'm telling you, it's amazing. All right. Again, press hashtag interested and I will contact you and we'll have a little chat. And have an amazing day, morning or evening. I adore you so much and so grateful for all of you showing up every day in every way. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader that you came here to be. One who's willing to have a clean slate every day in every way. Thank you, Cass. Cass says thank you. All right, Rosanna has a heart. I love you all, and I will see you next Sunday on Ask Susan Sunday Live. Bye-bye.